the new subject, the new module, measurement of screw thread and gears. So till now we have completed module number 1, module number 2 and module number 4. So this module consists of two chapters, one measurement of screw thread and the other one is measurement of gear. So two chapters are there. So in the first three modules 1, 2 and 4 we have completely covered the whole syllabus. In this module I will be covering only one chapter, measurement of screw thread. Then we will go for module number 5. So we all of us know what a screw thread is. A screw thread is nothing but a helical groove. It is a helical groove produced on an external part of the cylindrical body. What is a screw thread? It is a helical groove that is produced on the external part of a cylindrical rod or a body. If this helical groove is produced on the external surface of the cylindrical body, it is called as external thread. And if this helical groove is produced on the interior part of a hollow cylinder, then it is called as a internal thread. Correct? So there are two types of threads, external threads and internal threads. What is the function of a screw thread? Why screw threads are used? You all of us know. Yes, screw threads are used. The main purpose is for fastening purpose, for assembling two or more components, for holding two or more components tightly to produce a grip between two or more components. A screw thread is used. Other than that, we also know threads are also used for power transmission. An example is a screw jack. So what a screw jack is there? A screw jack, as we all know, it is having square threads or buttress threads. These are used for the lifting of weights, lifting of cars, lifting of auto rickshaws when you want to change the wheel. Correct? So that is why the screw threads are used for power transmission. They are also used for fastening purpose, assembling two or more components. Now we see the terminology of the screw thread. You all see the screen. In the screen you are seeing the terminology of the screw threads. Correct? This chapter is not new for you. Till then we will define all the terms. You see some of the major terms on the screen. The first is the crest and the root. We will define what a crest is, what a root is. Crest is the top surface of a thread. You are seeing an external thread on the screen. So therefore crest I have marked there, I have named there. It is the pointed surface of the thread. It is the topmost surface of the thread. It is the topmost surface of the thread. It is called as a screw. It is called as a crest. What is the root? The bottom portion of the thread between two flanks. The bottom portion of the thread between the flanks. That bottom point is called as the root. Next, what is measure diameter? Measure diameter is the maximum diameter of the screw thread. It is the maximum diameter of the screw thread. What is minor diameter? It is the minimum diameter. A line connecting all the roots of the thread, or it is also called as the minimum diameter of the screw thread. Correct? Next, what is pitch diameter? Between the major diameter and the minor diameter, one more diameter is there. It is called as the pitch diameter or the effective diameter. Pitch diameter or the effective diameter, it is in between the major and the minor diameter. Correct? What is a flank? The surface of a thread. The surface of a thread is called as a flank. Between two flanks the angle is there. This angle is called as 2 alpha or thread angle. The angle between two flanks of a square thread is called as thread angle. Next, what is pitch? Pitch is the distance between two consecutive threads. It is shown in the diagram. It is the distance between the two consecutive threads is called as a pitch. Correct? On the screen I have defined all these terms. What is axis? Axis is an imaginary line which is running through the center of the screw. It is an imaginary line running through the center of the screw. I have defined what is crest, root, flank, pitch, depth of the thread. The depth of thread is the distance from the crest and the root of the thread. Correct? Next, I have also defined what is major diameter, minor diameter, pitch diameter. Pitch diameter is also called as the effective diameter. It is defined as the theoretical diameter. It is called as the theoretical diameter that lies between major and minor diameter of a screw thread. Correct? Next, what is helix angle? It is the angle made by the helical groove with respect to the axis. Angle made by the helical groove with respect to the axis. This angle is called as helix angle. Correct? What is next? Don't do that. Next, what is pitch wire? Sorry, what is the best wire? So there is a wire that is used for the measurement of diameters of the thread. You will see later on, we are going to measure the effective diameter of a screw thread using a wire called as the best wire. This wire is called as the best wire because the wire used for the measurement of the effective diameter should be such that it should make a contact with the two flanks of the thread. Imagine, the wire should contact between the two flanks of the thread. The wire should contact the two flanks of the thread in between major diameter and minor diameter. Means it should contact on the effective diameter or the pitch line. The wire should contact the flanks at the pitch diameter or the pitch line. This diameter is called as this wire is called as best size wire. Correct? This is the terminology of the screw threads. The next part, measurement of screw threads. What is measurement of screw threads? How to measure? What are the parameters that we are going to measure this using the screw threads? We are going to measure what is major diameter, what is minor diameter, and what is effective diameter. Today we are going to see how to measure the effective diameter. As I said just now, effective diameter is the diameter which lies on the pitch line. Effective diameter is also called as pitch diameter. It can be measured by two methods, two-wire method or three-wire method. If two wires are used for measuring the diameter, it is called as two-wire method, and if three wires are used, it is called as three-wire method. You are able to see on the screen how the two wires are fixed and how the diameter is measured. So two-wire method, you see the diagram on the screen. A screw thread is there. One wire is fixed, positioned on the top side, one on the bottom side, and along with the wires, the screw thread is holded using a screw gauge. Screw gauge. The anvils of the screw gauge hold the wires as well as the screw thread. If you imagine the diagram now, what I want to measure? I want to measure the effective diameter. So to measure the effective diameter, some terms I have shown there: capital M, capital T, capital E, and P by 2. So to measure the effective diameter, what is effective diameter shown in the here? Effective diameter, as I said, it is the diameter which lies on the pitch line. Major diameter is maximum, minor diameter is minimum, pitch diameter is in between. It is denoted by capital E in the diagram on the right side. You see capital E. Correct? What is capital M? It is the diameter over the wires. Diameter of the thread over the wires. What is T? Capital. It is the diameter of the thread under the wires. Correct? Under the wires, above the wires. Now what is P by 2? P by 2 is the distance between pitch line and underline the diameter of the wire under the best wire. So that line is there, that line and the pitch line, it is defined as P by 2. Now to define E, the effective diameter, E is equal to, I have written here the formula. Just see the paragraph number 2 in the theory part. Screw thread is mounted between the centers and the wires, correct? And the reading M is taken. What is reading M? It is the diameter above the wires. The reading M that we can measure by the screw gauge, correct? P is the value which depends on the diameter of the wires. Here, what is P? P by 2 can vary depending upon the best size, the best wire diameter. Best wire diameters are varying. So diameter varies, that P by 2 may vary. So from this, now how to measure the effective diameter? Effective diameter E, if you see on the screen, effective diameter E can be calculated by E is equals to T plus P. T plus P. What is T? Diameter under the wires. We see here capital E is equals to capital T. See the T on the left side. T is diameter of the screw thread under the wires. So capital T plus P by 2 on one side, P by 2 on the other side. Two P by 2s are there. So it will become P. T plus P. So E is equals to T plus P. E is equals to T plus P. All of you just see capital E effective diameter is equals to T plus P. Correct? So capital E, the effective diameter is equals to T plus P. How we don't know both T as well as P. How to calculate T? We know capital M, diameter above the wires. We measure that using the screw gauge. So we know capital M. So T is equals to capital M minus 2 times the diameter of the wire. Just see the diagram here. Capital M, from that capital M, if I subtract the diameter of the wires 2 times, I get capital T. Correct? So once we know capital T, now P is remaining. P is the distance between pitch line and the under the wire line. Correct? So for that, see here, T is equals to M minus 2D. M is the dimension over the wires. D is the diameter of the best wire which is given for us. P dash is equals to pitch of the thread. What is P? P dash? P dash is pitch of the thread. This we know. So from pitch of the thread we calculate capital P now. Capital P is equals to 0.9605 times P dash for Whitworth thread, and it is equal to 0.86 for metric thread. So using this formula we calculate capital P, we know T, we can calculate the effective diameter of the screw thread. This is how we calculate the effective diameter of the screw thread. Okay, so in the next class we will be continuing about the further part. So today we studied the terminology of the screw thread, what type of threads are there, and how to measure the effective diameter using the two wire method.